I didn't see you there. I've been kind of lost in this forest for a while. But I did build this time machine for today's video. Today, I'm going to visit the most popular Roblox game from each year and see if they really did deserve the fame. Let's go in. Let's do this. Alright, it's ready. 2006. Only one thing left to do. This is Crossroads. It currently has only 6 active players, but over 10 million visits. Being created in June of 2006, Crossroads is a PvP game in a small arena of sorts. You battle other players with different weapons and tools that you might have seen in a few other games. Overall, this game is pretty fun, but the action gets boring after a while. 6 out of 10. Fun fact, Crossroads was actually created by... Wait, what the hell is happening? The machine must have bugged. Anyways, now we're in 2007. This is the Undead Coming, another player versus player Roblox game with 2 teams, humans and zombies. In this game, you are in an abandoned home with other humans, with a poisonous gas surrounding the house forcing you inside. The zombies must rush inside of the house and convert every human into a zombie, while the humans fight back against the zombies until the timer is over. This game has been remade many times, but for a 2007 game, it's pretty darn fun. I could see this being a top game again if it was more modern with more players. 6.5 out of 10. Hopefully this time the machine will work properly. Sword Fight on the Heights is a PvP game set high up in the sky on a multitude of pillars. You can face your opponents with your sword or find different weapons around the map with unique abilities that'll help you win. There are also health pads to heal your character when hurt. This game is definitely more fun than the previous one. If Albert was here, he'd probably be talking about how he's so good because he's been playing Roblox for 12 years. I think as we get into later years, we'll start to see games a little more polished. 7.5 out of 10. This is Welcome to Roblox Building, a sandbox game where you can build tons of different structures and artworks with your friends. There are plenty different building blocks available for you to use in this game. There are even different contraptions and mechanical blocks that all have their own uses. You can change your plot color, and even like other players' plots. This game was very hard to find a remake of, and even when I did, it's extremely bugged and broken. If the game was released today, I could easily see it being front page if it were refined more. 8 out of 10. This is Base Wars. The original game still receives updates to this day. In Base Wars, you build up your loadout full of different weapon and utility items. After crafting your loadout, you pick a spawn location and have to fight the other team. Your team has to capture different areas and raid the other team's base. This game also contains NPCs for you and your team to fight. Overall, a pretty good game, and it's nice to see this game still being updated. 6.5 out of 10. Now for this game, I could only find this one with this weird white box GUI, and this one which seems to be what the game would be, but just zombies. I don't believe either of these are the original, so we'll just play and rate this one for today. After selecting my mode, I loaded into the game. A clear Call of Duty zombies-like game. The game is simple: kill zombies, repair windows with bullets, use points to buy weapons, or unlock new areas. The game concept definitely isn't anything new, but as someone who's loved wave-style zombie games since Black Ops 1, this is great. This game as it is already fun, but I could see it being better if they modernized it more. And maybe kept the classic look and feel to be unique and separate it from all of the other zombie games on Roblox. 9 out of 10. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to actually play this game since no one was even there for me to sword fight. But I assume you were to duel others inside the arena and gaining points. With each KO, you use those points to buy better weapons and climb the leaderboard. Even though I'm unable to play the game, I can get a pretty good understanding of what my experience would be like if I could. This game I feel would be fun, but get boring after a while. 5 out of 10. Apocalypse Rising, a classic. Apocalypse Rising is an old open-world zombie game that includes PvE and PvP. Most people, however, are playing the newest Apocalypse Rising 2, as I was told by this kind soul that the original game is infested with exploiters. There are many different things to do in Apocalypse Rising, having to scavenge for food and water, or having to fight off zombies, or maybe you want to join a group with your friends. While the idea of Apocalypse Rising is basic, feeling similar to games like Unturned. It was great for its time, and I'd definitely play it from time to time if it had more players. 7 out of 10. Phantom Forces is your average Roblox Call of Duty game. Different guns, attachments, skins, fight other players in different modes on cool maps, etc. I never played Phantom Forces much since I was never really good at it, but I can see why people would like this game, but personally, it's just not for me. 6 out of 10. Work at a pizza place. Everyone knows this game. In Work at a Pizza Place, you can work a variety of jobs: supplier, boxer, cook, cashier, delivery, and manager. As the cashier, you take orders from customers, giving either a warm, hearty response or a rude response. The cooks cook the pizzas and send them off to the boxers, trying to avoid any accidents. The boxers box and cut the pizzas to prepare them for delivery. The delivery drivers take orders and deliver them to the customers, which in hindsight doesn't make that much sense since they order their food and wait inside the restaurant. The supplier takes pizza supplies from the factory and carefully delivers it to the pizzeria. As the manager, your job is to overlook the pizzeria and make sure everyone is doing their jobs right, while also being able to give bonuses, raises, and vote to ban players. When you're done your shift, head back to your house that is fully customizable and upgradable, with some game passes allowing for massive houses. Work at a Pizza Place is definitely a classic, but it isn't a game I just randomly play. Most of the time just left trolling or goofing around. 6.5 out of 10. In Murder Mystery 2, there's one murderer and one sheriff, with the rest of the players being innocent. The murderer has to kill all of the other players, while the sheriff has to find out who the murderer is and shoot them before they can kill any more innocents. The murderer can use different abilities to help them throughout the game, while also being able to put custom skins on your knife or gun. Murder Mystery is definitely a game I could keep playing, and it has a pretty nice concept. 7 out of 10. In Jailbreak, there are 3 teams: prisoners, police, and criminals. The cop's job is to keep prisoners in check and arrest any escape convicts, while the prisoners must attempt to escape the prison, to then become criminals and rob various locations around the map. I actually used to play Jailbreak all the time in 2021, but I stopped due to recent updates. 5.5 out of 10. Meep City is a life roleplay game with a simple art style. In Meep City, you can do a variety of things such as fish, roleplay, or play mini-games. There are also pet Meeps you can purchase and dress up that will follow you around. Heading over to the neighborhood, you can customize your house however you'd like. Meep City used to include a party system, until it was removed due to extremely inappropriate content.
Party feature where you could host a party at your house in game, and it would make a server where anybody can join. It started out really bad. Pretty much the whole like 6 years this feature was out. Look, I can't even show it on screen, but it's always just been used for bad stuff, bad meetings.
Nowadays, Meep City is like a barren wasteland with the game feeling pretty dull and boring. 4 out of 10. Our next game is Adopt Me. Now, Adopt Me during its release wasn't actually that bad. It was a nice, calm role-playing game. Nowadays, the game is just a casino. In-game purchases everywhere. Buy this, buy that. Give me 1,000 Robux for this pet. Couldn't even understand how a kid could like this. You trade and get your dream pet. Then what? People obviously don't roleplay on here anymore. Could have been a good game, but the developers are consumed by their own corporate greed. 2 out of 10. Contrary to popular belief, Brook Haven isn't that bad. Brook Haven is your average roleplay game. Buy a house, have a family, rob an innocent man, etc. Brook Haven is essentially modern-day adopt and raise a cute baby. Which means it's also a fun game to troll at if you don't really like to roleplay. The most surprising thing about Brook Haven is how little microtransactions there are. No pop-ups or purchase screens asking you to buy stuff, just basic game passes. That is one thing I can really admire about this game. 6 out of 10. Tower of Hell is what used to be regarded as Roblox's hardest obby game. A tall tower filled with many challenging obstacles, with each stage being color-coded to help show how far up you are. Reaching the top of the tower, you speed up the time limit and gain points that you can spend on cosmetics or other items to help you in the tower. You can also purchase special events to either troll or help the players in the game. Tower of Hell is definitely a very fun game to watch and play. Nothing beats watching a Visk's Tower of Hell keyboard ASMRs. 8 out of 10. I thought I'd never have to play this game again, but here we are. Pet Simulator X, Roblox's biggest casino. Collect pets from eggs, use them as unpaid workers and harvest money. Then use that money to buy more pets. This game pisses me off just playing it. I don't have a problem with simulator games. In fact, I love simulator games. But this one has to be the worst and most greedy one on the platform. Their only goal is to milk every cent out of your pockets. A greedy game combined with a greedy owner, not a good look. This is the only time on this list you will see me rate a game this low. 0 out of 10. Loading into Blox Fruits, you pick a team, Marines or Pirates. If you couldn't tell, it's literally just your average simulator game, but it feels like it was made in 2016. Fight enemies, get money, buy upgrades. Nothing too special about this game, really, besides the fruit on the map. Honestly, just a worse version of more common simulators. 3.5 out of 10. In Rivals, you and up to 3 of your friends versus other players in a close quarters first-person shooter similar to Call of Duty. You can also buy weapon skins and weapon charms. There are even finishers you can use in-game. In case you aren't sure about buying a weapon, you can demo it in the shooting range, which is one of my most favorite parts about this game. When a Roblox game gets popular, I usually hold off on playing it just in case, but I'm actually happy with the way Rivals turned out. 9 out of 10. I'm finally home. I've been waiting to eat this all day. Today, we went over a lot of Roblox games. Some good, some bad, but after all of this, I think there's one thing we can take away from all of this. No matter what I said about any game in this video, appreciate Roblox. Appreciate the games that make you happy. Don't let my opinions deter you from playing your favorite games. And with that, that's the end of the video. Make sure to join my group if you haven't already, and drop a sub while you're at it. I've had this video in the vault since September of last year, so I appreciate any support. Now if you excuse me, I have a burger to attend to. Gosh, I'm starving. Alright, what's next to upload? Oh yeah.